Ever wondered why some child portraits just glow? Soft lights, beautiful blur, and a perfect focus. Well, today I'm breaking down the camera settings that make that magic happen in the simplest way possible. Hi, I'm Aboshi Marian from Mimi Creation Studios in Lagos, and this video is your beginner-friendly guide to getting these stunning child portraits without being scared of your camera settings. Before we delve in, I want to appreciate the Content Nest Content Space for sponsoring this series, giving us access to all these beautiful sets for our shoots. Thank you very much. Kindly follow them on Instagram at thecontent_nest and patronize them. Thank you. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification, like, share, and comment on our videos. Thank you. Welcome back. Most beginners think that great photos come from expensive cameras, but the truth is, it's not just the camera, it's how you control the light using three basic settings: the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO, also called the exposure triangle. Today, I'll show you how to use them simply, practically, and beautifully for photographing kids. Let's start with the aperture. That's the setting that controls how blurry or how sharp your background looks, right? When you want that dreamy, creamy background behind the child, set your aperture to a low number like 2.8 or 3.5 f-stop. That's called a wide aperture. And if you have a lens that goes below 2.8, you can go as low as 1.2, and you get a very dreamy and creamy backdrop behind your child. If you want more of the scene in focus, maybe during a family shoot, raise your aperture to around 5.6 to f8, f10, and then you have like an all-round sharp image with a sharp background and your sharp subject, right? Remember this: low f number equals to blurry background and soft feel. High f number equals to more in focus and less blur. It's one of the easiest ways to make your portraits look very professional. Next, let's talk about the shutter speed. The setting decides how motion is captured, and trust me, with kids there's a lot of motion. If your shutter speed is too slow, you will get blur when the child moves. So to freeze the child's action, set it to at least 1/250th of a second, or even faster, sometimes to 1/500 per second if the child is very active. So rule of thumb for the shutter speed: the faster the shutter speed, the sharper the photo of moving kids. The slower the shutter speed, the more lights and more chances of getting a blur during the photo shoot. Now, the third setting is the ISO. Think of ISO of how sensitive your camera is to light. When you're in a bright daylight, keep ISO low, around 100 to 200. In a darker or indoor setting, raise it to from 400 to 800 or even 1600, depending on how dark your environment is and how much of light you want to come into your camera. But be careful, because too high ISO and your pictures can get grainy. But also that is also dependent on the camera that you are using. The most recent cameras don't bring a lot of grains when you increase your ISO. So balance it with the other two. If you raise your ISO, maybe close your aperture a little or increase your shutter speed to keep exposure right. So here's how to combine all three for a simple child portrait session. Set your aperture to 2.8 to f2.8 for a beautiful blurry background. Use your shutter speed at 1/250th of a second for a faster shutter speed to freeze motion. Adjust ISO based on your light. Start from like 100 and go up only when needed. That's your basic formula for a bright, sharp, and dreaming child portrait. To recap, Aperture gives you the creamy background, shutter speed freezes those giggles and jumps and motion, and your eyes so brightens things up when the light is low. Don't worry about perfection, just practice. Every shot will teach you something new, trust me. If this helped you understand your camera better, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more photography lessons from Mimi Creation Studios. Next week, I'll show you how to use natural light versus studio light for kids, so you make sure that you're tuned. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Remember, every child's moment is worth capturing beautifully.